Hey, good morning, guys. Hope your January's going really, really good. I think it's the 18th, Monday. Going to have a lot of fun this week. Hope you guys are ready to get out there and get some things done. It's a holiday for most folks out there, and we want you to have a good holiday if you're taking the day off. Me, I'll be working today. We're going to work a little bit and head out for a guitar lesson, have a little bit of fun today. Weather permitting, still going to try to play golf tomorrow. Might be kind of dicey. We got the weatherman saying it's going to be a lot of wet out there. So, got a bunch of folks out there need prayers. We got some folks who are sick. Really want to say some prayers for Sherry Watson. She's had a rough last 12 months. So let's give her big hugs and got to see her last week. I was on Friday. I was blessed to be over with the ladies in Longview having lunch with some of them. And I'm going to tell you, man, did we have a great lunch. We go to Barron's and we sit down and we eat well, and they got a little place to shop, do a little recreational shopping. And so we had a good time in Longview. Always popular to go to Barron's. I want to go to Barron's. Every time I go over there, I don't even ask to go eat any place else. These guys do such a wonderful job for us. And so they give us a private room and we get to sit down and just sit there. And we were there, 2.5 hours just talking about life and the world. So one of the things that did come up, and I'm going to touch on it briefly, and this is public. Okay, this is for every agent out there. It doesn't matter who you're with. I want you to be successful, whether you're with Miller Homes Group or not. Now, if you're with Miller Homes Group, I really want you to be successful. But if you're not with Miller Homes Group, we completely understand that we may not be a fit, or you may not like keeping a lot of your money. You may like giving it away. So we'll leave it at that. But the subject of farming came up, and we're going to do some new agent training and some things like that. We're going to try to get that scheduled up so we can have some new agents come in and we can have a good time with that. But the subject of farming neighborhoods come up, and guys, I got to tell you, we live in a world in real estate where everything's techie right now. Everybody wants to be tech this and tech that, and so we want to make very, very sure that we're using the right kind of tech. But there is still a place. Some of our top producers, Heidi Hitt was talking about. She still farms, and let me tell you something. I did some research with it over the weekend, and farming works, but only if you do. So if you try to farm and you're not consistent, you're going to have crop failure. Let's just put it that way. There's some keys to farming. First of all, I want you to go to your calendar, and I want you to set reminders going out for 2 years if you're going to start farming. Now, these are just recommendations. You can do it other ways. Some people are going to tell you got to touch them 30 times a year, this, that, and the other. You try touching me 30 times a year, you're going to get deleted and thrown in the trash, okay? It's up to you. I want you to do what's affordable and what's motivated for you to do. I used to farm, and I was very, very good at it. And I farmed it about 12 or 14 times a year. And I'd put in some extras at the end of the year because you had Christmas and you had New Year's coming up, and you had Thanksgiving. So at the end of the year, I really wanted to get in front of them and let them know that the holidays and I cared about them. And you got birthdays and things. So 12 is your normal. Then you add about 3 or 4 more for birthdays and holidays and things like that if you want. You can get up to 17 or 18 and be very, very comfortable and not be intrusive. Now, go pick you a calendar, decide what day you're going to farm on. Now, let me tell you how this works. Nothing gets in the way of farming. I do not care. I didn't farm in the first 15 days of the month. My deal was I always farmed the third week of the month. Everything I did to farm my farm was the third week of the month. And the reason for that is they have bills come in at the first of the month all the way to the 15th of the month. They're trying to get their stuff going. You're going to get, all they're doing is sorting through, looking at bills and throwing away. Now, 99% of the stuff you're going to give them is going to get thrown away. I like postcards because as they're carrying it to the trash, they can read it. Okay. I like hand billing, lay on the doors. I like doing those on Saturday, especially in the spring and summer. And those are things. But plan what you're going to do to farm. And I don't care if there's a foot of snow, if there's a hurricane, if there's a monsoon, you farm that day. Nothing can interfere with it. And I'm going to tell you something, how I do this. I hear excuses all the time. One of the reasons I'm doing this on the public channel is because I can tell you guys exactly how to do this, and less than 1% of you are going to get out and do it. You're going to go, oh, it was raining that day, or it was hot that day, or I didn't feel good that day, or I didn't do this. If I told you you won the Powerball today, but you had to claim it tomorrow by 6, where would you be? You wouldn't make an excuse. You'd be there. This is your personal Powerball. So how are you going to claim your Powerball? The reason I say 2 years, because it takes a long time and it takes a commitment and it's tireless and you really don't know. You really don't know when it's going to kick in. And then at the end of 18 months, you're going to back in and set your calendar again. You need to have a neighborhood. I had a neighborhood where I knew the cleaners. I knew the guy who ran the grocery store. I knew the guy on the corner that sold gas and lotto tickets. I knew about the schools. I knew everything there was to know. Somebody needed a pediatrician. I knew where the best one that was the closest. I knew the best hospital in case somebody had an accident, heaven forbid. I knew everything there was to know. The best golf courses. Hey, if you want to play golf, this is where you need it. If you're going to join, this is a great country club. We play on Saturday morning. Would love to have you there. Now, guys, I knew everything about it. But here's the situation. How do you farm? Do you hit them all the time with I'm a realtor, I'm a realtor, I'm a realtor, I'm a realtor, buy, sell, buy, sell? No, you don't. Okay? So what I did is because I didn't want a relationship where I was beholden to people other than local businesses, I went to the local cleaner and he got me a coupon. He helped me design a coupon, and on the front was kind of a newsletter. These are the handbills, not the mailers. On the front was kind of a newsletter, and I would print on colored paper. And on the back, I'd have coupons. The cleaners gave us a coupon for so much off, or if you do this, it's this. The guy at the corner, who was a great guy to do business with on gas, is a penny or two higher a gallon, but he gave away a free hot dog with a fill-up if you got 10 gallons and stuff like that with a coupon. It was amazing what we did. So I went to local folks and made a deal so that I was giving them something of value. And of course, I would always do a CMA for them if they wanted. And each month, in January, I would put things on there like how to start your new year, if you're going to diet, things like that. Here are some of my favorite websites because I'm always on a diet as big as I am. And I would do that, and hey, got some stuff on the back, got a cleaning coupon to clean some of those Christmas things, some of the curtains you hung up, some of the things, the stockings, get them all clean and put them back in the attic. We've got that for you here and all that. And oh, by the way, I sell real estate. Pretty interesting, isn't it? What I designed was something every month that gave them something of value, and it was, oh, by the way, I sell real estate. And I would play golf. And I'd have people go, hey, you got time to talk about real estate? As soon as golf is over, we'll sit down, and we'd sit down in the clubhouse, and I'd buy them a soda, or I might buy them a beer, and we'd sit there and we'd talk about real estate. What I let them know was I was interested in them as a person. It wasn't a game, folks. I wanted to know what they did for a living, because here's what happens, okay? The doctor that I recommended for folks that were over 60 or 70 is a guy that I met playing golf. And he wanted to talk about real estate. Well, I found out about him, and guess who became a recommendation? So you're always looking to network and make recommendations. So you want to mark when you want to touch your customers, and under no circumstances, none, do you alleviate from that plan, okay? I cannot tell you how important it is to stick to the plan. You want to give them something of value. I gave recipes out. Come the holiday, man, before Thanksgiving, here's my favorite dressing recipe, man. Here's grandma's pecan pie. Here's all of these things. Give those. Your cleaner, your gas station, things like that. There's always, you got a gas station that, hey, man, with a fill-up, we'll give them a discounted car wash, or we'll give them this. You want to give them something of value. And that's when you're doing the door hangers. And it goes for the same on the postcard. If I'm doing a postcard, I would take half of it on the back, and it might be a recipe, and the other half might be this month's special, okay, is if you come in and buy this at this restaurant, they're going to give you a free queso, or they're going to give you free guacamole, courtesy of the Miller team or Miller Homes Group or something like that. Make deals with these folks where if they come in and it's postmarked, all right, got a postmark on it, that means it's legit. And here's the other deal. You're only going to give out, if you pick a neighborhood, no more than 250 of them anyway. So what are they giving away? If 10% of the folks use them, they got 10% more tickets than they normally get. Or maybe they got 5% more tickets than the customers that they normally do business with used them, and it's great to appreciate them that way. When you're farming, pick an area that you can comfortably farm, and you can tell yourself, no matter what, I can afford to farm this area for 2 years. I started with 150 houses. I'm going to tell you something. At the end of the first year, I'd sold 3 houses in there. My commission was over $10,000. I had a little over 500 invested. I'll take it every day. And as I made more money, my farm area got bigger. I would take other areas, but I always farmed the third week of the month. Everybody's paid their bills. They're setting up. They're getting it going. In the spring, I always farmed. Spring and summer, I always farmed on like a Saturday. Would play golf in the morning, and then I would come back and farm around lunch. People are coming back. I'd help them unload from Lowe's or Home Depot. I'd help them carry in their groceries. I'd do whatever. 4th of July, I always put the flag at the mailbox with my card on it and things like that. Now you got people that, I don't want your money, stay off my property, do that. Well, that's fine. Just take them out of your farming list. Don't argue with them. It's not about retraining somebody. It's about putting yourself in front of people that you want to be associated with. I don't want to be associated with an old grump. So if they don't want to be mailed or they don't want to be hand-billed, it's completely fine with me. I won't mail them or hand-bill them anymore. Get yourself a couple of folks, cleaners, restaurants, gas stations, things like that. They're locally owned, that they want the extra business. And I just go in and say, look, this neighborhood behind you here, I'm going to start farming as a real estate agent. I have a 2-year plan. Do you want to be a part of it? Think about that. Do you want to be a part of it? Okay? No local business is going to tell you no. All right? You have an amazing private schools. If you got a private school on the corner, if you've got anything like that, you need, even if you don't have kids in school, do your best to find out you can about the schools. Look them up. Find out if the school district is rated. Find out how the school is rated within your state. Things like that. There's a lot more stuff you can do with farming, but these are just some basics. And if you'll start with the basics, which is a plan of attack, okay, and a sincere idea that you want to get to know your neighbors, guess what's going to happen? You'll succeed. Can you measure it? Yeah, eventually, okay? But more importantly, you farm in a way that makes you happy so that when it gets to where it's work or it's drudgery or something like that, it doesn't bother you so much. You just keep going and you keep doing it. You know, one of those deals, it's raining outside, it's 105 degrees. You've got to do it. Once again, if I told you you won the Powerball and you had to claim it by 6 tomorrow, where would you be no matter how you felt? You have a chance to claim your own Powerball. Make the most of it. Terry Miller with Miller Homes Group. This is going to show up on MHG Life eventually on YouTube. Please go and like the page, subscribe, and like the videos as they pop up. Bob and I are doing a good job for you. Bob did an interview deal for me. We're going to break down for you guys. He actually had me clean up a little bit. Today I'm in a ball cap because this came up on Friday. Today's music day, and I've got a lot of grunt work to do around here. So I want you guys to know that we appreciate you. We love you. We're praying for all that are sick and praying for all your families. I want you to have a blessed day. And let's start 2021 like a house of fire. It's our year. Let's go get it.